I think infinity has been with the species implicitly even from the beginning. Ever since we realized that we die, that we have finite lives, finite extent in time, we've longed to extend that. We've longed to touch something that's eternal, touch something that's infinitely long in duration. And I think that's with all of us. And I think all of us have that urge to know about, to touch, to engage with something that goes beyond the short little finite lifespan that we're each given.
The facts around climate change are undeniable. It's happening. The research that we do now isn't about trying to convince ourselves that it's real, because it's irrefutable. What we're trying to do is understand what the response time of the system's going to be into the future so that we can adapt to it.
You walked in, Angus and Malcolm's room was on the right-hand side. You walked out into an open area and there's the pool table out there. Very interesting nights playing poker there.
The house was very welcoming, I must say. We used to have a great time. We'd just go there and do acoustic rehearsals, and then afterwards go out the back and play ping pong.
Every time you were there, you know, Angus would be in a room and he'd be practicing, because that's what he did, you know. If there was a guitar there, Angus had it and he'd be playing. It was all the time.
We started just sort of sampling anything we could lay our hands on to see how it would sound when you played it back at different pitches. And I happened to have this record on the shelf, and I recorded the first half a second of one of the tracks.
This is arguably the most famous Fairlight sound. Once it got onto a few hip-hop records, it quickly spread throughout the sort of the whole musical firmament.
My name is Svetlana Belova. I make artistic gymnastic before. Then when I stopped, I did gymnastic like for 8 years. Then I stopped because it was become a little bit dangerous, you know, and I was not so good to become like Olympic or something like this. That's why I was stopped. But I was so kind of bored because all my life I did some sport, and I just went to circus studio in my hometown Dnipropetrovsk. It's in Ukraine. I born in Ukraine. And and so I started to be like it. It was just for fun, but then it's become my kind of professional. Before Cirque du Soleil, I perform in other circuses and varieté shows and many shows. Like now, I can tell 20 years I perform.
The tour does get smaller, even though we go, how much more can we do this? But, you know, tonight's probably our highest selling night we have ever had. There is no demographic. Like, it's like 50, possibly 60% women, you know, couples, big groups. They start at 18 and they go into the 60s, you know, like, it's Star Wars fans are Star Wars fans. You can't put a label on it, it's so mainstream. We try to really take the show to the next level, you know, offer a unique experience. You just can't come in with a Mickey Mouse operation. If you're presenting something like Star Wars, people have expectations.
just started, I only practice half an hour per day. But in recent years, when the pieces get more complex and longer and I need to prepare for competitions and concerts, I usually practice about 4 to 5 hours per day.
A lot of people always think there's a girl in the band, they're probably just a bunch of pussies, you know, but we're not. But we do like to keep it fun, and the vibe that we have is, I think we also radiate that we're having fun, and that's kind of an interaction we have with the fans. But we still like to get heavy, and I still like to bang my head.